All right, my friends, welcome to episode 210 of Prof and Dev Play Games. I am the Professor Larry at Prof Plays Games on Twitter, and over there is Anthony the Dev at Summer Speak. Man, your library is awesome. Just want to point that out to everybody. Too. King County Library, they know what the fuck is up with science fiction and fantasy books.
There's a lot of nerds in the Seattle area.
Thank God. Thank God for the nerds.
Yeah.
Speaking of nerds, how are you?
I'm a giant nerd. Doing great. Had a good weekend, relaxing weekend. I thought I would be playing one game, but I've basically been playing another one the entire time. So that's weird.
That's funny. That's kind of what happened to me too.
So there we go. That's what's happened there. And then randomly spending a bunch of time painting miniatures. So.
Oh, nice. By yourself or with family?
Myself, right, for these.
Yeah.
It's a game. Star Wars Legion.
Oh, cool.
My kids do. My son doesn't care that much, but my daughter loves doing it. She was seeing me paint some of these up right now, and she's like, when can I have more of there's specific miniatures that I get for her and my son to paint, if they want to, that are pretty cheap. They're like $5 for 2 miniatures, and pre-primed, ready to go. She's like, I want more of those. I'm like, yes, you do. I will instill this in you. So I'll probably get a few more for her so she can paint up some random D&D minis, basically.
Yeah.
She enjoys it.
Involve them in that hobby.
Yeah, she enjoys it.
Well, they're playing a bit with you guys now, so.
Yeah, they will play D&D. So, yeah. My daughter likes to be around the table and talk. Honestly, my son started playing when he was 3rd grade. My daughter's in 1st now. I bet sometime between the end of this year and the beginning of her next school year, she'll roughly be ready to play enough.
Yeah.
Like the math skills will be there enough where you're like, okay, you've got it all down. You can do all the addition, the numbers without problem, and read basically enough stuff.
Right.
So, and she's trying very hard to read right now. So,
Me too.
Because I think, yeah.
I'm sure she's probably doing better than I am right now.
Who knows? She tries.
Oh, man. So this week we are talking about the State of Play coming up on Tuesday the 24th, which is tomorrow when this thing posts, but That's 2 days true. Hence from when we're recording. Got some predictions, some really batshit insane theories based upon the teaser image. I don't know if you've seen this. We'll talk about it. Then we'll talk about the games that we intended to play and then the games we actually are playing.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with the Sony announced the State of Play coming on Tuesday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific. And I think they said it's 20 minutes or 25?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was just under a half an hour, basically.
Oh, cool.
All I've heard is it's that they're not going to talk about the PS5 and next gen in it. That has been confirmed.
They came out and said that.
They straight up said that. They're like, don't watch this expecting to hear about next gen consoles.
Well, and that's kind of the teaser image shows 9, 24, 19 made up of people, and then there are 5 stragglers like coming in to fill in the 9, and people were saying that 5, that means PS5. They're going to talk about PlayStation 5. I don't know.
No.
And then they said no. So
that's not for now. Not before the end of this holiday season.
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything to disrupt what's the next 3 months, basically, of games coming out and console sales. So,
right.
I don't think you'll hear anything about the PS5 or next gen until like January.
Don't slow down the juggernaut.
Basically. But I mean, the big elephant in the room that has all the rumors were saying, and then that leaked, was it? Which country put up a page with a release date that they shouldn't have?
Germany. I think it was Germany.
So, Last of Us 2 release date, almost pretty sure completely confirmed for this
that
direct.
Would make me so happy.
Direct State of Play.
Basically a direct.
It's a direct.
Right?
It's Sony's direct.
That's the only thing I need to make this happy for me is just to tell me when that game's coming.
Yeah,
and Ashley Johnson posted on Instagram that it's going to be there, but I don't, not the release date, but the Tlu is going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be there. Who is the director of it? Druckmann?
Yeah, Druckmann. Yep.
He posted as well that there's going to be shown. It's been he made a tweet about like it's been too long since we've shown something.
Right.
So it's going to be in there, and then all the rumors are that it is going to be a release date, and the release date is end of February 2020.
Yeah,
which matches everything we've heard before as well. Where they were shooting for this holiday, but then just held it off and gave them a couple more months. So
such a nice spot to drop a nice big game in.
Oh, cool. It's 5 days before Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Not a lot of... yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm...
5 weeks before Cyberpunk? 6 weeks before
right.
Cyberpunk? Like, it's not a calm time anymore. At all.
But it's also not a game... Did you say it's a week before Final Fantasy VII?
Yep. 5 days.
Shit, okay.
If the European date is based on that German thing is February 28th. Yeah. Actually, even less. Because it's February. It's a short month. There's only 28 days.
But this is a leap year.
Is a leap? Okay.
Is it?
Maybe. It's 2020. Yeah.
It
is a leap year. It's the same.
Okay, yeah.
Presidential election years are leap years.
So you get one more day.
One more day. Because it's March 3rd for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Shit, I thought it was later in the month. Interesting.
3/3/2020.
Because, Last of Us Last of Us, the 1 is kind of a, straightforward linear game where you could beat it in a weekend if you were really hammering on it. But I'm sure this is going to be bigger and blown out.
I would expect. Although I'm curious. I mean, it is Naughty Dog. They aren't interested in doing huge open world stuff, or they haven't shown that interest in blowing out and focusing on that. So, I mean, they're still really interested in telling like tight stories.
They are for sure, but the follow-up to Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy, they had that one level that was open world-ish, and you could kind of go in different directions and do things. And then I'm kind of thinking more in terms of like God of War, the one that just came out, where it was still linear, but they had some open-ish sections.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something like that, but I think you're right. Just hammering on their storyline and just kind of moving forward with that is what they will likely do.
They like to keep their pace going. So, but still, this is not going to be a pleasant few weeks there for people who want to play games and finish games. There's going to be a finishing lot.
Thing. It would be pleasant for people who want to play games because there'd be lots of good ones. But finishing, and Final Fantasy VII looks fucking dope. For someone who's not, I don't have a huge affinity for that game. I've only played through Midgar, but boy, it fucking looks great.
Yeah. So I think for predictions, like that is, to me, is almost a completely confirmed thing. The number of rumors and then that site going up, I'm like, this is happening. They're announcing the release date. So we move on from that. What else are they talking about?
Ghost of Tsushima.
I would think of the same thing. Another reason is there was a tweet by someone else this past week saying that like some exec saw Tsushima and just loved it.
Oh yeah, nice.
Which is basically, one, they're showing an exact. It's probably what they're going to show here.
Yeah,
it's probably whatever trailer, because it's filtering up.
Pre-screening it.
Yeah. So my thought, and it's been a little bit since we've seen anything on it. I think it's been, because it wasn't at this E3. It was the last time I saw it was last year's E3 2018. Yeah, that's when they did the big trailer for it. And I don't think they've shown it. They haven't shown a thing. Yeah.
Right.
Because that's where I got my shirt, was at E3 when you came up and visited.
Yep, that's right.
And that was the only time that they've shown a trailer for it. They haven't shown anything since then. Beyond some screenshots every once in a while.
I wonder if that means that they would save it for something bigger than a state of play, or maybe this would elevate the state of play.
I think they just put a trailer in to say it's still working. No date, but I bet it's pegged for 2020 sometime.
That's great. You're gonna get a lot of these straddling the PS4, PS5.
Yeah, I expect some PSVR in there.
I sure hope so. I think each one so far, each state of play has had something about PSVR.
Yeah.
Probably going to be the Iron Man game again.
I expect the Iron Man.
Else. Unless they give a release date. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I would think that. And I bet it's sometime this fall holiday season would be the goal.
Yeah.
It was playable at PAX. I saw people playing it.
When it was playable...
I bet it was playable at E3 and Gamescom as well.
Where was... Oh, Comic-Con. It was playable at Comic-Con, obviously. Okay. But the line was so long, it just wasn't going to... Yeah. I'm going to get it when it comes out, so I'll just wait. I think... Okay, so I'm wondering, is the state of play something that's going to showcase kind of like surprise announcements, or is it using it more as advertisements for something that's coming soon? Because if so, I wonder if Concrete Genie is going to be there.
It could be.
Some form.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like they might do a sizzle reel of things coming soon.
Oh, yeah. That may be the best way to do it.
Yeah, just go through, here's a number of things coming out in the next, 2 months.
Yeah, like Medieval
which
is coming out in October.
Death Stranding, they'll probably they could
Stranding.
do a little thing of like, even though they've shown a ton of it recently.
That'd be funny if the whole state of play was just
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Oh my god. I mean, it looks cool, but fuck. It's kind of a little bit of overload.
What was the thing that people were going off at today? I was noticing on Twitter, Kojima put out a tweet in English. The people were... I saw a little people getting kind of upset at, because he was basically like, if it's a game I put my name on, I make sure that I design, write, direct, basically all these things that he does on it. And people were like, wow, it's just like a one-man show. No one else does anything on the game. Which I felt like it was a pretty harsh way to take what he was saying. And everything I've known about him from people I've known that have worked with him and have interviewed and talked to, whenever it's a game and his idea, yeah, he does all that stuff. He's a micromanager on it.
Yeah,
it's his vision, and he will do pretty much everything except the technical side.
He says here, a Hideo Kojima game means declaration of me doing concept, produce, original story, script, setting, game design, casting, dealing, directing, difficulty adjustments, promoting, visual design, editing, supervising the merch.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
He does a lot, but I mean, everything I've heard, he does. Or, and in some ways, he will be overseeing all of that.
Right.
And approving every bit of it. And yeah, he does most of the writing. Or at least the first draft of everything.
That's why stuff's so crazy.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And I'm like, I get a lot of people, and I make games, and a lot of people make games, but there is something to be said for the person that's like, very strongly is like, this is my vision. You are not here in this studio making your own game. You're making my vision.
Right.
And control. And like, it's very, what is it, Orson Welles-esque in that way, if you want to go back to movies. I don't know if it's good and bad. It's just like, but if he's going to put his name on, he even has a tweet saying like, if I don't put my name on the game, that means I didn't do like the design or the concept or something. Like there's like, he has to do at least 3 core things if he would be willing to put his name as saying like, it's his game, but he has to do it all.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't get kind of bent out of shape at it. I'm just like, yeah, guy's a micromanager. I'd probably worry about myself working in that environment, but
right. Yeah, I think he's just taken in terms of like, it's a whole team that makes this thing, so why not shout them as well? And I don't know. Fighting for people in the creative space, especially for that big of a project. It's obviously not a one-man show, even though he tries as much as possible to make it himself do as much as possible. So, I don't know, it's if you own that much of the concept and if you do that much behind the scenes, then you definitely want to take credit for it.
Yeah.
But that kind of sucks for us, the team.
Yeah, and I didn't take it that he was saying he was the only person that did that stuff. So,
yeah.
I guess that's where my difference of seeing it behind the curtain. It's like, no, you don't do it all, but everything that's done, you have to approve. Nothing makes it into the game that he doesn't say yes to.
Right.
Or someone's pitched to him or said, yes, let's take that. So, yeah, that's why I've also heard why a number of people that I've known, when interviewing, that left projects that they were on. Because they just really didn't like working with that type of environment.
Yeah, it takes a special person to be able to put up with that shit, I think.
Yeah, to be like, they're going to have a very specific way they want things done. And that's what they want. So,
yep.
But you find that also in all sorts of places. So,
yeah, it's kind of the nice thing about being a writer is if you're writing novels or stories or whatever, it's just you.
It is just you.
That's it. You don't need anyone else for shit.
Unless you're the Frank and Abrams doing Expanse stuff and they somehow work out this way that they can work together to write novels without killing each other.
I know, it's such a cool way that they do that too, where they write their chapters and they pass them to each other for edits and shit. I was talking to someone today. I played a game called Bring Your Own Book for a party at my house today. I don't know if you've heard of that book, that game. Yep. Everyone brought books. One person brought Leviathan Wakes, and we just fucking started nerding out over the Expanse series, which I haven't seen the show, but the book series. And he's only finished Leviathan Wakes so far, and he just fucking loves it.
It's really good.
Yeah, super good.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about that, handing the chapters back and forth and being they have to be completely open to any edits that are made.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you're basically, morphing into one person. Like, you're open to any edits that you make for yourself, so you should be open to any edits that other person makes, because you're as one person, basically.
It's crazy. I can't believe they've written as much as they have, though.
I can't either. They started saying after...
I know.
After the last book of Game of Thrones.
They write a ton of it, and it keeps going, and they clearly don't hate each other.
Yeah, right.
It's cool.
I wonder how it is for Daniel Abraham, though, because, it's published under James S.A. Corey. So then if you're like, oh, I really dig this, you can't find other works by that name unless you know that Daniel Abraham is one of the names, and then go find his works. I don't know if his other works have gotten that boost based upon...
I don't think he cares, really.
Yeah?
I think he enjoys rolling around in the money that The Expanse has brought in.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
At least I'm following him on Twitter and stuff. He doesn't seem to care one bit.
Oh, man. Back to State of Play. The blog post said there will be new game reveals, and I'm hoping that means something about Ratchet and Clank, simply because Insomniac was just purchased by PlayStation. Not that they have anything ready to go, but just like we're working on something, or I don't know what. Or even if it's like a remaster of some of the older games would be great too.
I expect that might be likely, like a quicker turnaround on something like that. Because in my head, that it always comes up, and I keep on waiting for it, is a remaster of Demon Souls.
Oh yeah, right.
Because Sony actually is the publisher on that.
Does that mean they own the IP?
If they're the publisher? I believe so. It's like Bloodborne.
Okay.
Same deal. And I keep seeing it. I'm just like, just kind of sitting there waiting for a remaster, because everyone loves Dark Souls now, and from style of game. And
that might tie into another prediction I have, which I don't think this is the studio that would be doing that, but Blue Point Games has been working on a remaster of something or remake of something for a while. And
really?
I don't. Yeah, they've talked about it for a while, that they're working on something bigger than Shadow of the Colossus, and no idea what it is. So
I don't think it would be that.
No, it doesn't seem like it would be that, right? It seems like maybe it would be FromSoft, or would it be... I don't know who the fuck it would be, actually.
Remake of Metal Gear Solid.
That would be crazy. Like in the Fox engine?
Yeah, something like that. Could see it. I'm just thinking of what, like, the definitive PS1, PS2 games that Sony... I mean, the first Metal Gear Solid went to GameCube randomly as well, but
that was Twin Snakes, right?
Yeah, which I have. It's great. It makes some changes here and there, which are a little bit weird, but that could be a big thing that they're working on. What else? I don't know. Man,
I doubt we're going to hear anything about a Horizon Zero Dawn.
No, I really think that's going to be a next-gen game, the sequel.
Yeah.
So they'll hold that. I actually think that will be a launch title for next gen.
That would be a good one.
Or launch window, I should say. But yeah, I mean, that would make me probably buy next gen immediately.
Yeah.
And it would be in line that they use Guerrilla, who do incredible visual work, as like a premier studio for launching new hardware.
Right.
Because they launched the PS4 with the Killzone that Guerrilla had done. And it was not the greatest game, but it was beautiful. It really showed the power of the hardware and what it could do.
Even playing it late in the generation, I picked it up and played it for probably a couple hours, and I didn't really like how it played at all, but fucking looked amazing.
Yep. So yeah, we're not going to get anything out of there. Nothing new for God of War anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
I don't think we'll see anything about Spider-Man right now.
No, I think it's too soon from the first one.
Yeah.
Unless they do like a quick couple beats about what Insomniac's working on, or got ready.
Yeah.
To work on the next couple years. What about this is not gonna happen. What's the fucking PlayStation Battle Royale? PlayStation Battle All-Stars Battle Royale? The hell is it called?
Yeah. All-Stars.
PlayStation All-Stars. Yeah. I don't think so. That'd be crazy if they popped out with that.
It'd be really hard to follow Smash right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Everything is just in Smash. So
yeah.
Anyone doing those big cross IP brawlers, it's just gonna be really hard for a couple of years to get any traction compared to Smash. Thinking of other studios in there. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll probably see some a number of third-party things. I don't know what they would be. Like new reveals out of third parties is probably likely. Yeah, but I can't think of anything. they're not doing next gen, so we can't say
Right.
Skyrim on PS5. Because you know that port's coming.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I mean, with the Elder Scrolls 6 being so far away, like,
I know.
why not? Like, just keep porting it to shit.
Yep.
Oh my god, people will keep buying it. And that and fucking Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They might show some okay, so this is the thing. Who is co-marketing with Sony right now?
I thought Call of Duty was, but then I just read something that said that both platforms are going to get the stuff at the same time. So I'm not sure if that's changed.
Is Destiny still co-marketing with them at all?
I don't think so.
I mean, if they're coming everything's going everywhere. It's going to Steam, but I just didn't know if the console, if they were still.
I thought they were when they were with Activision, but now I thought they stopped.
Stop that. What else is co-marketed? Actually, you might see Final Fantasy VII. I think that is co-marketed with Sony.
Yeah. Although we've seen quite a bit of that from TGS.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they would. I think my batshit crazy theory was going to be, you know, I forget what it's called, but you can make just special controllers, the custom controllers with Xbox.
Yeah.
I still want to see that so badly for PS4. I'd probably buy another controller.
If we're removing the hardware, I think they're going to do a price drop.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, for the holiday. I mean, I think there could be there's a good reason they might drop Pro and normal PS4s like $50.
Yeah.
Considering this is the last holiday season, well, they'll probably be the primary, likely.
Man, imagine coming into the PS4 generation now with all these cheap games that are just freaking amazing. Just a flood. Just a flood of shit.
Oh, yeah. I could totally see them doing a drop for holiday.
Yeah. Would you think they would announce it now?
What's a Pro right now?
$350?
$350, drop a Pro to $300, and that would put the normal one at $250, I think. $250?
Yeah, maybe they dropped it to $2. That when they dropped it to $2 for last November, it just sold like crazy.
Yeah, like $200 for a PS4 Slim, basically.
Plus
and then
Spider-Man last year, yeah.
Yeah, and then $300 for a Pro. That'd be pretty good.
What would be the utility announcing that now? Wouldn't you just kill sales from now until they started that? Unless they just started
that's why I'm wondering if they would just announce the pricing now.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth quarter.
Right.
It's like, yep, that's just what the price is for the rest of the holiday season.
Right, especially with like the Xbox One X so expensive, they would just fucking kill it.
Yeah. And I mean, and weirdly to also compete with Nintendo. For dollars more than anything, because the Switch Lite's $200. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fucking tempted to buy one just because it's blue, but I'm not.
Don't do it.
I just bought a fucking Kindle that's more than a fucking Switch Lite. I'm tapped out.
That's crazy.
I know.
That better be the most badass Kindle on the planet. I
mean, it's for me, it was a huge upgrade over the one that I had, but it's not a great upgrade over the last generation of Kindles. But I got it was birthday money that I wanted to splurge on, so got a nice Kindle. So pretty happy with it. But it does not play Fire Emblem Three Houses.
It does not.
Man, anything else about State of Play?
No, I don't think so. I'm hoping just to be surprised by a few things.
Me too. I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. I think there'll be a couple things that probably will, because it's long enough.
Yeah.
But I think I'm lucky in that if it's a PS4 game or a PSVR game, it's still for me. Versus some people who don't have the PlayStation VR.
I don't have the VR. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm curious to always whenever I see them, but it's just not something I'm going to get anytime soon, I don't think.
Yeah. Wait for the next generation at this point.
Yeah.
So this weekend, been so tired, so bone tired, waking up so early with my daughter and just being so active with her all day. Last night, it's like 8 o'clock. I have like a solid hour because I'm going to bed at 9 because I've been so tired. Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. I lay down on the ground, snuggle up in a blanket. I passed out after 5 minutes. I just, my wife thought I was dead because I had my hands, I had detached the Switch controllers. I had put the kickstand up on the screen. It was right in front of my face. I had my hands on the Joy-Con, and then my face just went into the blanket, and I was just face down in the blanket with my arms splayed out. And she came in to see if I was okay and smashed the gate at the bottom of our stairs to keep our kid from climbing the stairs. And it was just a huge ruckus, and I didn't even move. And she literally for like 3 seconds thought I was dead. So I was doing some support after Leonor, what's his name? Chapter 3, the guy at the end,
Oh, right. I don't know.
Forget his name. I did that and then go back to the monastery and start doing some conversations and realize there's a bunch of support stuff. So I do probably like 10 or 12 support conversations, which are really cool. And then I get out of all of them, and it's time for me to move around the monastery. And I don't remember passing out, but I did. I fell asleep on the floor for an hour. And my wife woke me up with wake up with my fucking Joy-Con in my hand, and the fucking switch is already turned off in front of me. Like, okay, I think I fell asleep.
Yes, you did.
So I played one battle and did a bunch of support conversations for Fire Emblem, and that's literally all the games that I played this week, and that was probably an hour and a half.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god, I was just like, okay, this is a real parent moment.
It is a parent. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I'm past that point, but I did have fallen asleep with the Switch on my chest when I'm laying on the couch at night, and then I just wake up, and clearly it's many hours later, and the Switch is just on my chest, and I'm just probably snoring. I don't know.
What happened there?
What happened? What's going on?
My goal was to get to a point, get through something that I was in the middle of, so that I could save it, turn it off, and go play Link's Awakening just to see what it was like to talk about it today. Never got there.
So yeah,
I haven't even booted it up.
I've got farther than that. I booted it up, and I played for like 45 minutes or so.
Nice.
Like, when is that? It's cool. It's a ton of fun. There is frame rate issues on the world map sometimes. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure why, and I'm hoping that gets fixed.
So how can you describe what it looks like? It just dips, or like really
just
major?
Just dips. Like, it's not constant. It's just like it dips for like a second or two every once in a while. Like when you're moving around. I haven't figured out exactly. I think it's specific areas that you're in, maybe. Or part of the screen goes over certain things. I don't know. I'm hoping it gets fixed because it is somewhat distracting at times. Not unplayable, but just you're like, oh, it's very smooth, and then it's just noticeable when the frame drops because it's so smooth every all the rest of it.
And is it dropping to like, because it's running at 60, right?
Oh,
or is it running at 30?
Clue. I have no clue.
Yeah. Okay. Is it running like single digits?
No. I think it's probably running at 30 because I'm playing it handheld. I bet it's running at 30, and I bet it drops to like mid to low 20s.
Okay.
Just for a brief moment. It's like just enough that you notice.
Right.
So I don't know. That's weird. But beyond that, it's super cute and really a ton of fun to play. It's Zelda. It's a top-down Zelda again, and the art style they chose is great.
It looks so good on the videos. And I'm glad it's a top-down Zelda that I've never played, so to me it's brand new. Yeah. I think I played it. It's so hard to remember if I played this one specifically. Yeah.
I think I played some of it. So I did have a Game Boy. I had it. I loved Link to the Past, so I can only imagine that I played it some.
Right.
But my Game Boy I remember my kid brain, my Game Boy got stolen at one point. And so...
Like at school or what?
I don't know exact. No, it wasn't school. It was from my house. We're pretty sure someone took it. Like
a friend or something?
Yeah, can't remember anymore. Yeah, wouldn't really call him a friend.
Well,
or like a
it's fucking Greg.
Family member or something.
Yeah.
Like other cousins and stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Exactly. But someone is almost certain that someone stole it. Like, because it was just gone one day.
Right.
And I don't know if I had it before that point, because I never got another Game Boy after that. So, or one, actually, no, I didn't get another Game Boy until the Game Boy Advance. I never had a Game Boy Color. So I played a little bit of it. So yeah, the story seems great. It feels like Zelda, even though it looks a little bit different in that art style. It's still through and through Zelda. And
I hope I get to try it out a little bit tonight. It just did you get the amiibo? You probably didn't.
I didn't get the amiibo.
The chibi looking one.
I probably can't get that now. Likely.
Yeah, I think it's sold out. What I've heard about this one is that the map is smaller, obviously, than other Zeldas, but it's like much more dense with stuff inside of each screen. Did you find that to be the case?
Yeah, actually, there's a bunch of stuff and stuff that you just can't get to. I can't get to yet, but there's a lot of that. Like, oh, I need to come back here later once I get X, Y, or Z.
Right.
So, and it felt like there was a lot of that pretty constantly all over the place. So, yeah, I definitely feel like you'll be coming back and forth, traversing the map back and forth a lot, and unlocking new places and secrets on places you've been probably dozens of times.
Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting how much, I know they call it a Metroidvania, but man, that that language comes through in these Zelda games where you need that whatever thing to get to the next part, and you come back and traverse that area.
Yeah, I mean that they definitely share a ton of DNA there. That's for sure. Right. But the game that has been completely enrapturing me is Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot you've been playing that.
Crap!
Tell me about that fucking game. That looks amazing.
Let's just say it right now. It's a 45-minute game. It's an album.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe an hour tops the first time I played it, because
that kind of sounds appealing to me right now.
It is, but you are just completely encompassed. Like, put really good headphones on, crank the music up, and then just get into the rhythm. Just get, like, the only way to be successful at the game is to just feel the game and the rhythm. And so that's just basically what it asks you, is just like, listen to this very Swedish pop music. Techno-y,
is it
poppy.
With vocals or not?
Yeah, with vocals.
Okay.
Like, there's actual vocal tracks throughout. There's interludes that aren't vocals. But they're like, the main levels are vocal tracks. And yeah, it's the same Swedish artist. She does all the vocals, and it was written by, I can't remember the guy. And it is so freaking clever with its gameplay. So it's an arcade game through and through. It's just high score chasing. And you're either like on a motorcycle or flying or in a car, on a skateboard, and you're flying down basically corridors, which could be all different, city streets, whatever, collecting hearts, and beating up, these evil tarot people. Like, there's a big tarot motif through the entire game. Like, everything's a tarot. In tarot, what are they called?
The tarot cards?
Yeah, each, suit, there's like the 12 different, arcanas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's the arcanas play a huge part. The tarot arcanas. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the visual motif that's going on, and you're just doing this, and like, every level is a little bit different. And they just throw you into it. And you're just like, oh, okay, I'm on a motorcycle now, going through a city and jumping and flipping and having to, like, move myself left and right or up and down or both. And then press A every once in a while if it gives you, like, that quick time event thing happening. You're trying to hit it on beat, and you're just doing your thing, basically breaking hearts. That's the whole point of the game. And but then it just changes every level into something a little different until you hit a level and it's Rez. Ever play Rez?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a whole level that's Rez. And there's levels that are, like, flipped to, like, you're 2D. And then, like, the map is rotating around you. And you have to move back and forth in, like, more of, like, a vector arcade game type thing.
And does the music change in the same way that... Okay.
Yes, everything changes.
I love that.
It is a wholly encompassed experience. Like, I think I heard someone describe it as confident, and I will say that. The game is very confident in... It knows exactly what it is and wants to be, and doesn't care if you want that or not. You're either gonna... If you don't want it, it's like, whatever. Big deal. This is what I am. Like...
Oh, man, that's cool. I think it launched for Switch and Apple Arcade, right?
And PS4.
Oh, it's on PS4. Okay.
Yep. And it's $13. The price of an album.
I was like, how much do albums cost anymore? I forget. I haven't bought an album
$11 to $13, depending on how many songs and how long they last. But yeah, that's... I will say, I was playing it, and it has a whole narration at the beginning, a little short narration, and there's a narrator throughout the game. And I'm like, man, that narrator sounds really familiar. I'm not going to spoil who it is. It's not a voice actor we know or anything. It's just someone I never expected, but I could recognize the voice. And I'm like, how the hell did you get this person to be the narrator in this game?
Oh, that's cool.
And it's amazing and perfect. And I would say take it back to a lot like Celeste in a way that this game is a metaphor for a completely different thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It's, I mean, they don't even set it, like, they make it clear, like, the opening is, it's that you play a woman who's transformed into this, by the Grand Arcana to fight these great evils, because it's happened after she's had great heartbreak. And so it's basically about love and breakup and reconciliation of coming to peace with who you are after a breakup. That's like the whole game. Like, I mean, it is a concept album.
Yeah.
And it demands to be listened to and played in order, the whole thing.
Man, I think you sold me on this game.
It just is, and like you have to like the type of music. I love it. It's very synthy, poppy type music.
Happy Swedish music.
Yeah, in a lot of
Maybe
ways,
not happy, but
yeah, it's not. I mean, it's poppy and everything, but you listen to the lyrics, is about heartbreak. Love. I mean, a lot of pop songs is about love.
Of course. That's the universal theme.
Yeah, universal. I mean, my uncle in the band always said, he's like, yeah, my songs are about love and death.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, that's about right. That's pretty much every song most of the time. Yep.
Yeah, I went to a concert recently last week with Brad. I don't know if you ever watched WWF or know who Chris Jericho is.
I knew who Jericho is, yeah.
Fucking, he's the lead singer of a band for the last 20 years. And I was like, sure, I'll go. That's some, a novelty. They were fucking great. And then all their lyrics were just like, same thing, love and death.
Yeah. I mean, it's universal language for almost everybody. So, yeah, I highly recommend the game. I've just been playing it over and over. Once you beat it, you unlock, there's a Zodiac challenge mode, which I haven't started delving into. And then there's this other mode that they just called arcade play. Mm-hmm. And I just dived into it and I'm like, oh, and it starts the game over again, but it removes all the, I guess what I call gameplay interludes, where you finish a level and tells you what rank you got. It just removes all of that. Because it's just a record. And you hit play on it. You play the entire game with nothing interrupting it.
Oh, wow. You just go.
Yeah, you're still going for a high score, but it doesn't break between levels at all.
Yeah.
It's just level after level and just all the smooth transitions into every level and all songs. It is just listening to the album while playing. Cause you can't, you can clearly say, it is listening to the album, but the thing was designed to be played while listening to the album. It's the experience.
Right.
Yeah, it's well worth $13. I think it deserves it. And as far as I can tell, based on tweets from Simogo, the developers, its title is very likely it is because it's their last game.
It's their last game?
They made a tweet the day it came out that it was a big Instagram post actually, and they broke it into tweets for people on Twitter. Which was saying that this is sayonara for now. They may do another game eventually, but to them right now that they don't plan on doing anything else.
Oh wow. Just because the reality of the economics of the whole
I don't
thing?
know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or this is just their magnum opus. They're like, this is it, and we're good.
Yeah. Wow.
Which makes me sad because every one of their games has been absolutely incredible from just pushing the medium in different ways. So
right.
Yeah, I'm sad to see it, but I'm glad I got it, and God, it's good.
Well, I'm gonna pick it up for sure.
I mean, yeah, it's short, it's fun. If you die, it's not really punishing. You might go back at most 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And you just keep playing the same chunk over again until you make it through. And if you die more than 10 times in an area, it actually asks you if you just want to skip to the next chunk.
That's cool.
And I'm like, no, it's cool, but it's the pity ask. And I'm like, oh, I know, I'm sucking right now. But
is this something that speedrunners would get into and try to go faster?
No, you can't go faster.
Okay, because it's key to the music.
Yeah, high score runners, on the other hand,
totally
would. Because the score is, like you said, you're hitting all these hearts as you're going through or trying to collect hearts.
Right.
And better hearts. And you get a multiplier every time you collect something. The points increase for everything as for each thing you collect until you die. And then it resets and starts again. So if you want the highest score, you cannot miss you can't die. Can you not die and get everything?
Right.
And I feel like there's going to be some high score people that are going to try to do that because I think it would be insanely difficult. And you can't get everything. Actually, there's times when they put hearts and stuff in opposite sides of the screen. You have to just make a choice. Choose which way you're going. And there's clearly going to be someone will figure optimal routes through the levels. How to get the highest score in them. But executing that could be pretty hard sometimes. Yeah, super clever mechanics. I don't even want to spoil it if you're going to play it because there's just crazy mechanics sometimes of just, you're like, oh, this is simple. I'm just going down a tunnel, collecting hearts, being left, right, up, down. Cool. A lot of times not even going up, down, just horizontal.
Yeah.
And you're just like, cool, that's fine. and then they just go crazy with that whole thing. Until then they start just tossing them all these mechanics in together at the same. I don't know. It's a masterpiece for the studio. So
what a swan song if it's.
I know, and it's just completely distracted me from Link's Awakening. So
yeah, well, it's a short distraction, I guess.
It is. I mean, I'll probably be done with it over the next. I might play a little bit more tonight, and then maybe some tomorrow. But then I'll probably be done for a bit. But it's also super easy to be like, I just want to listen to that song. I'll play the level.
I guess the last question asked about this game is there any way that you'll give us a sample by singing one of the songs for us?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, I figured I'd ask for that one person in the audience who wanted me to ask that. Oh, fuck. Anything else you've been playing?
No, that's it, actually.
That's cool. Well, hopefully next week we'll both have more things to say about Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't fall asleep on my fucking face with my Switch in my hands.
Make sure your daughter sleeps later.
Oh, boy.
It's a goal. It's parenting
that is a
goals.
life goal. Yeah, that'd be nice. We're back into this equilibrium stage.
Oh, God.
I think we're slowly coming out of it.
Maybe. Life is just disequilibrium now.
What's life? Yeah.
Life.
Pretty much. But I love my new Kindle, so at least I have that. Everything else.
You're like, you can be awake, kid. I'm going to read.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. This was episode 210 of Prof and Dev Play Games. If you like us, please rate us on your podcast service of choice. Also, check us out on Patreon, Prof and Dev Play Games. Search us up and hit us up. $1, you get your name read. $5, we'll do a topic for you during the month. Sometime during the month. And we will be back next week to talk all about that state of play that's happening pretty soon.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, me too. There'll be hopefully one thing that just makes me go, yeah!
Yeah.
So, all right. Till next week, folks.
Later, everyone.